Surprised to see people. Well, everyone told me right before I left that there would be no way that anyone would ever remember me if I ever decided to come back. That's okay. I kind of wanted to be forgotten, to be honest. I don't know why you crazy people have been hanging out, but it kind of disturbed me a little bit that there was like this cyber vigil going on for so many years. In the nicest way. I think that speaks volumes of what music does and how it kind of draws people together, and it never really dies. I mean, you guys have kind of like single-handedly remind me to just go back and listen to other music and artists, and I started to realize that record's like 20 years old, like a Natalie Merchant record or something, or 10,000 Maniacs, or records that I've been listening to for 20 years that don't stop singing and speaking to me, and I'm always curious about the other artists' stories, and you guys reminded me that I get that really wonderful and graceful opportunity to do it myself, so thanks for kicking me in the butt. My grandfather used to kick me in the butt to write more country songs. Yeah, you can be quiet now. No, I'm kidding. My grandfather used to kick me in the butt to write country songs because he didn't like the rock stuff. He thought it was really weird. But he'd been on me for years to just do some recordings of just me and my acoustic. He didn't want any of the other trappings. He's like, Jenny, I just want you and your guitar. Don't dare call me Jenny. Punch you in the mouth. No, but so it was Christmas a couple years ago when I just said, you know what, this is just silly. I didn't know what to do, and I wasn't really songwriting yet, but I had this song in my pocket that I had written for my grandfather a long time ago that was never going to make a Christian record because it's just not overt, but I don't mean that to be weird. But anyway, it just never made any one of my records, but I wrote it for him and he'd never heard it. And he's kind of getting long in the tooth. I'm thinking, I better hurry up. So, no, I'm not saying he's going to die any second, but so I sat down one Christmas and I started, the whole process started, and me coming in and playing again started because I just decided that I was going to record this Christmas thing for my grandfather. And one song turned into another song, until I started sending it back to a couple people I knew and asking them if they thought it sucked. And they said, no, it doesn't suck. You should probably get to Nashville like right now and start doing a record, and that's kind of what happened. So I kind of blame my grandfather for this whole mess. But in return, I'm really honored to have a song where I get to think about him every day and just remind myself of a man who's never complained and been just a wonderfully extraordinary human being, and I'm glad to tell the story everywhere I go. So anyway, this is about my grandfather, Mr. Gray. And I'd like to do it soon. Although he would probably never tell. That's, sorry. There it is. I paid good money to watch her tune her guitar. That's a little better. See, a little bit country. It's as bad as it has been for over 20 years, but then I haven't been here all my life. And all the wells are going dry, all the bankers saying bye bye, Mr. Gray, glad we've met, but no money yet. If I showed my hands, would you watch them bleed long enough to prove they are indeed? I'm needing mercy. John always breaks a noonday high. Shade rarely offers side of eyes. No decent rest for such a man. If I think I can try harder, show mine, say that I'm smarter, but only God knows, only God knows who I am. If I show hands, would you watch them bleed long enough to prove they are indeed needing mercy? I try to laugh about it, try not to cry about it. Mama always hates it when I cry. What will it take to convince this is just the road to excellence? Fair people, skeptic side. If I show my hands, would you watch them bleed long enough to prove they are indeed in need of mercy? Need of mercy. I need your mercy, me. I need your mercy, mercy, me.